All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Saira Mujtaba. The headlines. Centre justifies the law granting 10% quota for economically weaker section. Bharatiya Janata Party and Assam Gan Parishad decide to contest Lok Sabha polls together in Assam. Election Commission says decision on holding assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir will be taken soon. DGCA grounds Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft with immediate effect following Ethiopian Airlines Boeing crash on Sunday. British Parliament rejects Brexit deal for a second time. And in cricket, India aimed to clinch the 5-match series against Australia in a tournament decider ODI in Delhi today. The centre has justified its law granting 10% quota for economically weaker section EWS, saying it has been brought to promote social equality. In an affidavit filed in the Supreme Court yesterday, the centre said the Constitution amendment was necessitated to benefit the economically weaker sections of the society who were not covered within the existing schemes of reservation. The affidavit was filed in connection with a matter where a batch of petitions have challenged the validity of the Constitution amendment. The BJP and Assam Gan Parishad AGP have decided to fight together in the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. The decision was taken in a meeting held in Guwahati yesterday in the presence of senior BJP leader Ram Madhav, AGP President Atul Bora and Executive President Keshav Mahant, along with convener of the North East Democratic Alliance Hemant Biswa Sarma, were also present in the meeting. More from our correspondent.
After days of speculation, the BJP and Assam Gan Parishad decided to make an alliance. Bodoland People Front is a third member in the alliance. The party has given ticket to Social Welfare Minister Pramila Rani Brahma at Kokrajhar seat. The BJP and Assam Gan Parishad separated due to the differences over the Citizenship Amendment Bill, and Assam Gan Parishad ministers had resigned from the ministry. But both the parties decided to contest the polls unitedly to defeat the main opposition, Congress. Manas Pratim Sharma, AIR News, Guwahati.
Ram Madhav also held a meeting with Chief Ministers of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Meghalaya, who are part of the North East Democratic Alliance or NEDA. Issues on polls coordination in North East were discussed during the meeting. On the other hand, Chief Electoral Officer Mukesh Sahu held a meeting with various political parties in Guwahati and sought help to ensure smooth conduct of elections. In Kerala, the Congress-led United Democratic Front and the Bharatiya Janata Party are expected to announce the final list of candidates for Lok Sabha polls by the end of this week. As per reports, BJP State President P.S. Sridharan Pillai and former Mizoram Governor Kumaram Rajashekharan have been asked to reach New Delhi on Saturday as the Central Election Committee of the party is expected to announce the BJP candidates. A report.
The candidature panel prepared by the election in charges in Kerala has been submitted before the BJP national leadership, and the party central election committee will declare the final list of candidates. The ruling Left Democratic Front has already named its candidates. The list includes 14 candidates from Communist Party of India Marxist, 4 from Communist Party of India and 2 independents. Congress President Rahul Gandhi will reach Kerala today and will officially launch the election campaigning in the state tomorrow. State Chief Electoral Officer T.R. Meena has called for a meeting of the representatives of various political parties today regarding the Model Code of Conduct. Shamila for AIR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
Election Commission has said it will be monitoring regularly and on real-time basis the situation in Jammu and Kashmir and soon take a decision on holding assembly elections in the state. The Commission said it will also be taking inputs from all necessary quarters in this regard. Yesterday, the 3 special observers appointed to assess the situation in Jammu and Kashmir met with the Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora and Election Commissioners Ashok Lavasa and Sushil Chandra in New Delhi. Here is a report from our correspondent.
The special observers, former CRPF DG Amarjit Singh Gill, former Chief Electoral Officer of Uttar Pradesh Noor Mohammad and former Chief Electoral Officer of Rajasthan Vinod Jutsi will visit Jammu and Kashmir soon. They will make a real-time assessment of the situation by meeting political parties, district and state authorities and other stakeholders in the state. During the meeting yesterday, the central observers were briefed about preparedness of election. The Election Commission had announced to hold only Lok Sabha polls in the state and appointed observers to assess the situation for holding assembly election. Unpermished, AR News, Delhi.
At least 10 companies of Central Paramilitary Forces or CPF will arrive in West Bengal by 15th of March, ahead of the 7th-phase Lok Sabha election beginning 11th April. Addressing a press conference, Additional Chief Electoral Officer Sanjay Basu yesterday said 10 companies of Border Security Force will be deployed in certain vulnerable pockets to instill confidence among the voters. He said the Commission's C-Vigil app, through which voters can register any poll-related complaints, has started functioning. As many as 96,000 voter verifiable paper audit trail or VVPAT machines will be used during polling in all the 48 Lok Sabha seats in Maharashtra next month. An official release said the process of training 6 lakh employees to handle these machines has also started. VVPAT is an independent printer system attached with electronic voting machines or EVMs that allows the voters to verify that their votes are cast as intended. In Telangana, all the 4 ruling TRS candidates and an MIM candidate have been declared elected during the biennial elections to the State Legislature Council. Polling was held yesterday, followed by counting of votes in the evening. The Congress fielded its candidate but later decided to boycott the election. With this victory, the ruling TRS will now have complete control over the 40-member Legislative Council as there is no opposition member in the upper house. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter @AIR News Alerts. The Directorate General of Civil Aviation, DGCA, has decided to ground Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft with immediate effect. The decision comes in the wake of Ethiopian Airlines crash on Sunday in Addis Ababa, killing all 157 people aboard. Ministry of Civil Aviation, in a series of tweets, said that the planes will be grounded till appropriate modifications and safety measures are undertaken to ensure their safe operations. The ministry said that passenger safety remains its top priority and India continues to consult closely with regulators, airlines and aircraft manufacturers to ensure passenger safety. SpiceJet has around 12 Boeing 737 MAX 8 planes in its fleet, while Jet Airways has 5 in the country. India joined the growing list of countries to have temporarily grounded the aircraft. Ethiopia, China, Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, New Zealand and UK had earlier decided to suspend the aircraft. British Parliament has rejected Prime Minister Theresa May's European Union EU withdrawal deal by 149 votes for a second time. The House of Commons last night voted against the deal by 391 votes to 242. The result plunges the UK into a state of uncertainty just 2 weeks ahead of the country's exit from the EU. In her address to the Parliament after the defeat, May said she is conscious of the potential damage leaving the EU without a deal would do, and the lawmakers now face an unenviable choice of what to do next. MPs are now set to vote today on whether to leave the EU without a deal as promised by May, 16 days before the UK is scheduled to depart the bloc on 29th of March. UN Security Council UNSC is likely to take up today the issue of ban on Jaish-e-Mohammed or JEM chief Masood Azhar. According to reports, the resolution is expected to be taken by the 1267 Committee of the UNSC. India and other countries, including France and the US, have been pressing for a resolution to declare Pakistan-based JEM chief as a global terrorist. After the Pulwama terror attack owned by JEM, the US, UK and France moved a proposal at the UNSC to designate Masood as a global terrorist. China, which has blocked 3 times such moves by India and other members of the UNSC, is yet to announce its stand on the issue. India slammed Pakistan for its support to terrorism and raking up Kashmir issue and situation of minorities in the country at the 40th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council or UNHRC. First Secretary at India's permanent mission to UN, Mini Devi Kumam said this while exercising the right of reply during the 40th Human Rights Council session in Geneva yesterday. Kumam said despite its public commitment in January 2004 not to allow its soil or territory under its control for terrorism against India, Pakistan continues supporting terror attacks against India, the latest being the Pulwama terror attack. In cricket, the fifth and final ODI between India and Australia will be played at the Firozshah Kotla in Delhi today. The series decider clash is slated to begin at 1:30 p.m. Both the teams have won 2 matches each. MS Dhoni, whose absence from the team was felt in the 4th ODI, will sit out the Delhi ODI as well. Rishabh Pant, whose errors behind the stumps have been in the spotlight in the ongoing inquest into the Mohali defeat, is expected to be given another try. Defending champion India will kick off their campaign in the South Asian Football Federation SAF Women's Championship against Maldives in Biratnagar, Nepal today. The match will start at 2:45 in the afternoon. India remained unbeaten in the last 4 editions of the championship. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Taneja.
Thank you, Saira. In the run-up to Lok Sabha elections, all parties are bracing up vigorously to allure the voters, and this makes for top headlines across papers today. Congress kicks off campaign blitz on Modi's home turf, writes the Hindustan Times, while the Business Standard writes, Modi says Congress culture antithesis of Gandhian thought. The Hindu Business Line headlines, Satta Bazaar bets on 245 to 250 seats for BJP in Lok Sabha polls, adding post-air strike on Pakistan, prospects of Modi's return to power look brighter. The Asian Age quotes BSP Supremo Mayawati in its headline, No alliance with Congress in any state. With the Model Code of Conduct coming into effect, the Asian Age informs, government websites drop pics of Prime Minister, ministers. After the deadly crash of Ethiopian Airlines aircraft, many countries banned flights of Boeing 737 MAX 8. The Financial Express headlines, 737 MAX 8 grounding spread across the globe. All papers have covered the Supreme Court's retake on the firecracker ban. The Hindu writes, we cannot kill jobs in cracker industry, while the Hindustan Times notes, vehicles worse, says Supreme Court in hearing on firecracker ban. To mark the centenary of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, the Tribune carries an exclusive about the Partition Museum in Amritsar, unfolding the story of Punjab as it was in 1919 through an exhibition and a specially crafted marigold made of khadi, which will be available from March 13th to April 13th. And finally, in some bizarre news, the Hindu says, flight returns after mother forgets baby. A Saudi Arabian Airlines flight had to make a last-minute turnaround because a passenger forgot her baby behind at the airport. And with that, it's back to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Zanvi. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Centre justifies the law granting 10% quota for economically weaker section. BJP and Assam Gan Parishad decide to contest Lok Sabha polls together in Assam. Election Commission says decision on holding assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir will be taken soon. DGCA grounds Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft with immediate effect following Ethiopian Airlines Boeing crash on Sunday. British Parliament rejects Brexit deal for a second time, and in cricket, India aim to clinch the 5-match series against Australia in a tournament decider ODI in Delhi today. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a great day.